It's almost like learning how to survive. When you're up, away from home, you just got to put
it makes you stronger for sure. Like you have to, make some kind of progress every day. Like
it's just like you jump in the deep end and you just learn how to swim.
Welcome to Detox with Dina and Friends. I'm your host, Dina Theodora, singer, songwriter, and actor. My aim for this podcast is to empower, motivate, and inspire you. Thank you to Lavish Design for sponsoring this episode. Head over to lavishdesignbuild.com for luxury design and construction.
Well, we have the lovely Charlotte. So, my lovely darling Charlotte, we bumped into each other through, was it Alexandros? Oh, no. I can't remember. Was it?
It was during TIFF. Not last year's TIFF, but the year before.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I remember just being like mesmerized by you and your energy is so amazing. And I think that we were just immediately attracted to each other. It was like,
oh my God. Yeah. It's always about the energy. I love that. And so are you. You're just a beautiful soul and you're just so kind and so sweet. And your voice is so sweet and I love it. Oh my God. You're a doll.
Thank you.
So tell our listeners and our viewers, if you may, a little bit about who you are and just a background of who Charlotte is.
Yes, absolutely. So I was born and raised in Norway, actually. Yes. And got into acting very early. I was about 4.5 when I auditioned for my first part in a musical. Wow. I was too young to audition, but they let me audition anyway. And I ended up getting the part, and I did musicals for almost a decade. And then I did a little bit of singing, and then eventually went into more film and television. So I've been performing all my life and just a very creative person. And eventually I moved to Australia, and I did my bachelor's degree there.
Australia?
Yes.
Wow.
Incredible
How
country.
old were you?
This was I was like 20. Yeah.
Wow.
So I did my university degree there. Then I went to New York and did my acting studies.
The Big
Such a
Apple.
beautiful city. Yes,
Wow.
It was magical. It's like you're like living in a movie. It felt like such an incredible experience.
That's amazing.
Then I did my master's degree in Norway. Actually did that in journalism while working on the side.
Wow.
Yeah, and then now I'm here and super happy to be in Toronto. I love Toronto. It's such a magical city.
So let me ask you, what brought you to the city? Just because you were in so many beautiful cities.
Yeah.
And now you've been here how long?
I've been here now 1.5 years.
Okay.
Coming up to, so this summer, like August, it will be 2 years.
Wow.
It's gone so fast.
Right.
Like I literally feel like I came here yesterday.
And you have fun, it goes like that, right?
Exactly. Wow. I basically just was able to get a good agent here and some really cool work opportunities.
Yeah.
So I ended up coming and just kind of taking a chance. I didn't really know like how it was going to be exactly, but everything sort of aligned and I just felt like this was like where I needed to come and be.
Like you say, the alignment of when things just, it's timing and preparation and everything up to that point. You're like a world traveler. Like
yes, and I've traveled so much too. I think that it's so important to get out into the world and see everything that the world has to offer. You grow so much as a person.
I heard apparently you can grow like 10 years wisdom just by traveling.
Oh, it's so true. I feel like your perspective changes, especially.
Wow.
And, you don't just learn about cultures and cities and countries and people. You learn about yourself.
Yes.
You really do. So I feel like the more I travel, the more of the world I get to see, the more of myself I get to explore as well with that. So traveling is a beautiful thing. I think everyone should get out
and
as much
go
as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so you are just a baby here in Canada. So how does that work now, like being in Toronto, in terms of like, are you're a citizen or you're getting...
Yeah, getting there.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's so I initially came here on like a work permit, which you do, and then you gradually can apply to become a citizen. But I definitely see myself here long term. So that's
because now
the future.
So you're not homesick. You just said that's it. You're not going back to Norway.
I love Norway. Norway is an incredible country in so many ways. It really is, and I feel so blessed to have been born and raised there because I feel like that's made me who I am.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's a very small country, and in my industry, it's a little bit limiting in terms of, opportunities. So I just, and in general, I felt like I wanted to live in a bigger city, somewhere a little bit more exciting. I never saw myself settling down in Norway necessarily, but I will always go back there
and
a
call
lot.
it home.
Yes, and I love it, and I have, my friends and family there, and I go home and visit a lot, and my family comes here too to visit. They love Toronto, so yeah, and my girlfriends, like, they're always coming over. They love it too, so.
That is
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's the best of both
Oh
worlds.
my gosh. So your journey from Norway to Canada, that's amazing. You experienced Eurovision in some way, didn't you?
I did.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh my goodness, that was one of the craziest experiences of my life.
Okay.
So I was 10 years old, and I was in these musicals, and there was a boy there that was also in the musicals performing with me.
Oh.
And I saw a commercial on television to apply to be in the Norwegian version of it before you go to, like, the Eurovision
Right.
version. And then it was like saying, make a song and apply. This was the junior version.
Yes.
So, and I was like, oh, like, I want to be on stage and sing like that. Like, I want to write a song.
Yes.
And I just kind of, like, grabbed my friend, and it was like, let's write a song.
Wow.
We sent it in. We never really, expected to hear anything.
Right.
Then we got the phone call saying we had been selected.
That's
and, yeah.
amazing.
And we went there, and, I was, 10 years old and performing in front of, like, such a huge audience.
Wow.
And it was scary, but at the same time, it just felt like that was what I was going to do. And we won the competition.
Wow.
Yeah, we did. We
You
were the
won?
youngest contestants,
Oh
and
my
we won it.
gosh.
So that's how we got to represent Norway in the Eurovision Song Contest.
High five. Oh my
Yeah,
God. What a
it was-
beautiful, beautiful story. Oh,
was
wow.
incredible.
That is something to have, like to hold and cherish. What a beautiful memory.
Yeah.
And so that really was the beginning of, you starting to see what the passion in the world in front of you to do.
Well, I've always felt that way. I was the kind of kid that was dancing before I could walk and singing before I could talk. Like,
Wow.
I've always had that in me.
Yes.
I love performing in
Wow.
any way, if it's like singing or acting or whatever it
wow.
is. Like, I'm very creative, and I just love
That's
the
beautiful.
performing arts.
Well, that's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about anything current you're working on?
Yeah, so at the moment I've been doing a lot of lifestyle wellness commercial work.
Oh, wow.
There's so many like wellness brands, makeup brands, yoga brands. I do a lot of yoga these days on set. It's just like very trendy at the moment, as you know.
Wow.
And then I'm happy to announce that I just landed a part, a leading role in a feature film. So I'm just getting, started.
That's
preparing
amazing.
for that.
You auditioned and you went in and that was it.
So the production company, they actually contacted me. They had found me through, I think, a casting website.
Okay.
And they had done their research, and they actually just asked me if I could do like an interview with them.
Yeah.
So, and then they offered me the part, so I didn't have to audition for that
Oh,
one, which felt
wow.
incredible. And that's a really nice feeling when they feel
Yeah.
confident enough in all of the work that you've already done, that
Yeah.
they're kind of just offering it to you. Auditioning is definitely not my favorite part of the
No,
industry.
I know. It can be definitely one of the more uncomfortable.
Daunting,
but
yeah.
it's interesting as an actor, you really have to get used to that and
Absolutely.
have right.
Rejection is a big part of the industry,
Yep.
and you have to be very strong and kind of, deal with that and
Yes.
still keep believing in yourself, not letting that rejection bring you down, because
That's it.
you just cannot be in this industry
Yeah.
if you're going to be sad about every time
Yes.
you don't get a part,
That's-
because there's going to be so many parts that you're not going to get. It's a super competitive industry.
Yeah.
You need to know your worth. You need to know
That's
that
it.
you have talent. You need to go in there, do your best, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I go in there, I do my best, and then I forget about it. And then if I
Wow.
get the part, amazing. And then if I don't, then that's fine too. There's always
Wow.
so many other opportunities, right?
And you say that all so sweet with a beautiful smile on your face. I just love that. You're so sweet. But it's so true, because some people really it's difficult dealing with rejection, and that's
Yeah.
a huge challenge that
For
a lot
sure.
of artists, actors, they deal with.
Especially because artists tend to be, sensitive people.
Very much.
Yeah.
Very.
You
Yep.
know? So it's like that combo is not necessarily the best.
No, I
one,
know,
but, yeah.
right? But it's knowing how to really build that thick skin and
Yeah.
and just know that, the more no's just means that, you're getting closer and closer to the yeses. So this company,
Absolutely.
they just randomly, it was an online casting, and so how does that work with then the agency? They just kind of merge and then they take you.
So they communicate.
Yeah, they
and
communicate,
figure
and
out,
then
like, the
and then that way
contracts
you
and
can
everything.
go. Wow, that's exciting because there's now is the season for.
It's starting to get really busy.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you able to say anything about the role?
I can. Well, it's going to be a very challenging role. It's going to
Okay.
be one of my very excited for it because I'm going to have to show a lot of emotional range.
Yes.
So I love that. I'm very often typecast as like the girlfriend, like the wife, like girl
yes.
next door kind of thing.
Yes.
And this role, I feel like I'm going to get to really like use my acting skills.
Wow.
So I think that's like all I can say for now. But it's the script is really good.
Wow.
And I'm very excited to work.
Beautiful. Well, there you have it. We have a surprise in the works, and so you're going to be finishing filming in the end. You said 3 months.
We're filming this summer. Not sure how long it's going to go.
Yeah.
Just right now.
All in
but
Toronto.
It's going to be in Toronto.
Wow.
And a little bit outside of Toronto as well.
And do you know if are they an independent production or they're wow?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That is beautiful. I'm excited.
And there's other things on the go as well, and I feel so blessed to be so busy here. 'Cause,
Yes.
like I said, I didn't know what to expect when I came
Yep.
here, but I feel like I've just worked really hard, and I came here like with a mission.
it.
Like I came here to like to do work
do.
and like
Yeah.
to really grow my career, and I feel like
Yes.
I'm so blessed to
And
be
that-
so busy.
And
yeah.
that's the thing. It's like you come from another country and you go through so much and you work so hard because it's almost like learning how to survive. When you're
Yeah.
away from home, you just got to put
it
in.
makes you stronger for
Yeah.
sure. Like
Yeah.
you have to, make some kind of progress every day. Like
It's just like you jump in the deep end and you just
Yeah,
learn how to
you
swim,
just
and
gotta
that's it.
do
You just got to do it. Wow.
You got to feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yes.
I feel like that's what it's really all about. I feel like everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
And, you can feel scared and that's fine, but just do it anyway.
I love that.
Yeah.
Feel the fear and
really
do it, and
put
just
your mind to it because
Yep.
if you're not going to give it 110%, somebody else will,
Yeah.
and they will pass you.
wow.
So you have to wake up in the morning and you have to just, get started and do
Wow.
your thing and do your best.
Wow.
And that's all you can do. Like you can only do your best, but as long as
Yeah.
you do your best,
Yes.
you can go far.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. Are your days pretty much the same right now, like work-wise, or are they different? Like you get up every morning the same time?
I love to get up really early because I do my little morning routine
that's
before any
amazing.
shoots that I have. The shoots obviously vary what time they start
Yeah.
and end. Sometimes I have really long days on set and sometimes they're shorter.
Yeah.
But I do really like to get up. I love to get to bed early and I love to wake
Good
up
for
early.
you, because I always wonder, like, do people that wake up early actually go to bed late and just have that ability to wake up early? Or do they actually have to sleep early?
I'm the kind of person who I need my sleep.
Okay,
and
there you
I
go.
function like I can function without sleep for a little while, and sometimes I have to
Yeah,
when I'm on set because
Wow.
it's hard. Like it's tough on set. Like sometimes there's no time to have the rest that you really need.
Wow.
But anytime I can, I love to go to bed early. Sleep is so important.
Yep.
I feel like sleep is probably the most underestimated thing.
Yes.
Especially in a big city like Toronto. I've noticed,
Yep.
so many night owls, but they still get up really early. And
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you
Yeah,
do
I know.
that? And for me, when you sleep, that's when the body heals itself.
That's it.
That's when the brain, cleans up everything. When you get a good night's sleep, like you're going to make better decisions. You're going
Yes.
to be more concentrated, more focused. And for me, it's like, I know that when I wake up, like I want to give the day my everything. And
Good for you.
any production that I commit to doing, I want to give them everything. So I want
Wow.
my state to be
Yes.
the best that it can be.
Good for you. Are you working on also in preparing for these roles? Do you have anything that you do in the meantime, like any classes, or what do you do to prepare for all of these opportunities?
I feel like as an actor, it's always important to keep learning, to keep growing, never to feel like you know it all because
Yeah.
you don't.
That's it.
Acting is like a muscle. You have to work it out. And you do that when you're working on set. Absolutely.
Are you working on anything right now in terms of coaching or?
Yeah, so I'm about to start up a new class, and I'm looking into some different options. There's so many incredible institutions here in Toronto.
Yes.
But I always try to do some kind of workshop or some kind of a class or some kind of reading to keep developing.
Yeah.
When I'm super busy with like work,
Wow.
there's like not that much time to do classes.
Yep.
But I do love to develop myself as an actor. And
Wow.
sometimes on set, like I'll actually, they'll give you an acting coach that is coaching you while you're filming. And I love that.
Do you know if you're going to have that on this one?
On this one, I'm not sure yet, actually,
Okay.
for this one.
Interesting.
Not that I've heard so far, but some of them do, and I find that really, really helpful. And
Yes.
it's like
beautiful.
Yeah, I actually love that.
Well, I'm going to jump in right now with relationship
Oh
and
my gosh,
advice.
I love talking about relationships.
So I want to hear a little bit of Charlotte's advice on what your definition of a healthy relationship is.
So I think that a healthy relationship is when two independent, growing individuals are helping each other to sort of fulfill their life's purpose. And I think that it's two people coming together that brings out the best in the other person.
Beautiful.
I also think that it's to really know if you're in a healthy relationship, I do think that your body has the answer.
Yeah.
Like, listen to your intuition. Us women, we have incredible intuition.
Yes, it's
We
a
do.
gift we really do have.
We do, and we need to use it more. And I think that your body knows if you're truly in a healthy relationship or not. And I think there's some questions that you can ask yourself. Does this person make me feel good? Does this person help me grow, or do they push me down? Does this person bring me peace, or do they bring me problems? You know, there's questions that you
Very
can
good.
ask.
And those can also be red flags.
Absolutely, yeah. Red flags, always look out for red flags. Like, I feel like you should, when somebody shows you who they are,
Yes.
listen to that.
Wow.
Don't brush it away. Like, really observe the other person, especially in the beginning, right? Because in the beginning, that's where they're going to be their very best, right? So if they're already messing up and you're already seeing red flags, then you know, it might not be that they're the best person.
And you know what? It's funny because nobody's perfect, right? But I find that, like you said, when you pay attention to things that you might not be comfortable with, you know, there's obviously deal breakers, but
Yeah.
not one person is going to always have, you know, the best day. But it's about bringing each other up and
Absolutely.
Right?
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think if it's a genuinely good, you know, overall good person, like, you will get a good vibe from them, and they will make you feel good. And
it doesn't matter where they're from or what
Yeah.
their beliefs are, as long as you two are able to mutually be on the same page,
Yeah.
level-headed.
Yeah.
You know,
you don't need to agree on every
everything.
single
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Definitely
Exactly.
not, you
Yeah.
know.
You're both individuals, but
Yeah.
as long as you have that
The
sort
core
of
things
that's
are
it.
aligned.
aligned. Yeah.
And it's also just about, like, is the person, you know, putting in the effort? I think a relationship takes work, and both parts need to nurture the relationship.
And I think it's interesting because, you know, I know a lot of women and men that feel as though, oh, I need to marry or be with someone from back home, or I need to be with somebody from, you know, my background or my faith or my whatever it is. But then they end up being with people and things don't always work out either.
Yeah.
So it's more about the person than it is
Oh my
where they're
gosh.
from and what.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
shouldn't
something.
think about, like, those other kind of external factors.
Right.
I think, you know, it's about that feeling you get. Like, your body is telling you if this is something that's right for you.
Or if you're just listening to what other people are telling
Exactly.
you. You know, like your parents.
And when
or,
it comes to love, you need to be selfish. You're the one who's going to be with this person
That's it.
forever.
Yeah.
And you need to make sure that this is someone that is going to be, you know, a good partner for you. Not like in the big, it's not always going to be, you're not going to get butterflies for the rest of your life, but you develop a deep sense of love and partnership.
Almost like a beautiful companionship where
Yes.
you bring out the best in one another.
Yeah, and you complement each other, and not relying on that person to
Yep.
to bring you yes, they should bring you happiness to some extent, but
Yep.
you are responsible
To
for
bring
your
your
own
own
happiness.
Yes, thank
and
you
if
for
both
saying.
parts are working on their happiness and really working on themselves to be the best people they can be, they're going to be so much better together.
Two
right?
halves being a whole. I love that.
Exactly.
Well, now, Charlotte, I want to get to your works and also current projects you did mention, which I'm excited and I can't wait. So we're going to be on our toes just waiting for that. But any advice for women, for anyone really getting involved in the field and in acting and, anything that you want to mention on that note?
Yeah, so I think as we touched on, it is a tough industry. You need to really want to do it. And not because of anything but the reason that you love to do it.
Yes.
Because if you're doing it for any other reason, you're not going to last because it's too tough. Like you need to have that innate want to do it.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
but
love
it's
that.
so true because it takes a lot. And you need to work really, really hard.
Yep.
You need to be completely committed and deal with rejection, not let that phase you. And you need to take action every single day. You need to try to get an agent. You need to put together a good resume. You need to get some good headshots. Very important. Headshots are super important. They're like your
Yes.
selling point.
See, there you go.
Resume, headshot, and then you need to network. Get out there, network with people in the industry.
Just like how we met.
Exactly.
So random, but yet so lovely.
No, but you need to get out there,
Yeah.
and talk to people because
Yep.
you just don't know what's going to come from that. Beautiful friendships come from that. Beautiful partnerships come from that. Work opportunities. I know that a lot of people are so scared of networking, but especially in acting, it is. it is a little bit about who you know, right?
That's
so
right.
you need to get out there and you need to talk to people. And
You got that right. You
yeah.
got to be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Any special organizations or charities or ways that you give back in the community or things that you might look forward to doing in the near future?
Yeah, so I am all about giving back in any way that you can. In do what you can. So I remember this was a few years ago. I was in Norway and I couldn't sleep and I was thinking I'm so blessed to live the life that I'm living and being, born in Norway, the best country in the world.
It's a Scandinavian country, right?
Yeah. And
So you guys get even free school.
yeah, I did my master's degree for free. It's incredible.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Canada.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, Canada's an
No, Canada's a
incredible
beautiful
country as
country
well,
too.
and they have a
We do.
lot of similarities to Norway.
Yes,
so
we
I
do.
really, I love Canada. I've fallen in love with this country. Anyway, so I was lying awake and I was like, what can I what can I do? And I was like, I don't want to just do something just me. I want to bring people together and do something. So
There you go.
I actually ran out and started taking some notes to my computer and I was like, and then I actually ended up, my brothers and I started a foundation together, the Daysh Foundation.
Daysh Foundation, wow.
And so we did a project called the Slipper Project.
Really?
Because Norway loves to knit. So we're a very big knitting country and I love knitting. And my mom's when she knits, and she's done.
Wow.
Yes, I was like, how can we engage the community? So we got everybody knitting slippers for an orphanage in China, and for every pair of slippers that we got in, we had a company sponsoring a certain amount of money per slipper that we were able to get. So we weren't asking anyone for any people for money. We were just asking them for a little bit of effort and to do something that they love, which is knitting, right?
Wow.
And then the company. SFF, they sponsored a sum per slipper.
That's beautiful.
They were incredible, and they're doing so many good things in my city. We'll put the name in the show notes.
So you were able to reach out to them and just get them to sponsor.
Yes, we were.
Beautiful.
I've worked with them on some projects before as well.
And they
so
loved the cause, obviously,
They
right?
did, yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
they are
beautiful.
very big in giving, so they're
what a
incredible.
beautiful
But it
cause.
was honestly the most rewarding thing. And people were sending us the most beautiful messages and the most beautiful slippers. And because we made like a recipe, so they all look the same. So we got like hundreds of slippers. We shipped them off to China.
I wish, you know what? Next time I wish I could see what they look like.
I will send you a photo.
Oh, send me a
They're
photo.
so
Okay,
cute.
I'll have to mention where people can go check that out.
Yeah.
So in closing, my darling, I just want to know what is something that you want to leave with our listeners on. What's the greatest thing that you've come to in your success and in your journey, and something that you really learned.
I think that being true to yourself is incredibly important. Like I said, women have incredible intuition. We need to listen to that. Finding your truth and finding, what makes you truly happy, and like go after your bliss and really believe in yourself. We need to and also I think that it's important to support each other as women. We need to raise each other up.
That's it.
Really do.
Yeah.
And just knowing your worth and knowing that you can do anything that you set your mind to. You really, really can. And go forward. Know that you are special and there's only one of you and you have so much to bring to the world, and never forget that. I think that for me, it's just been, knowing who you, like getting to know yourself on a deep level that will help you know what truly makes you tick, and then go after that and try to really build around that.
It's finding your passion and things obviously that really bring out the best in you. And I think like you said, everyone has gifts and things that they have within themselves that they just got to find it.
Yes.
And they got to bring it out and be passionate about it and work towards those passions, and bring out the best in others and themselves. And with that, where can people find you?
So I'm on, all the social media platforms, Instagram, Charlot Daysh, Twitter, Charlot Daysh, Facebook, Charlot Daysh Official. All of these are linked on my website, charlotdaysh.com. I would love to connect with your listeners.
Yes.
I always try to inspire and motivate on all of my platforms.
Yes.
So I really think they would love the content there. And I'm just so grateful to have, been given this time to talk to you and to talk to your beautiful audience. You're so incredible. So this has been such a blast.
A pleasure, my darling. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much again for joining. Everyone out there, Charlot Daysh. Thank you, my doll. That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you to Lavish Design for sponsoring this episode. Head over to lavishdesignbuild.com for luxury design and construction.
Thanks again for joining in. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Make sure to also find us on Instagram @DetoxWithDina and my personal page @DinaTheodora. Stay tuned and catch you next time.